Do not adjust your sets. This is not a rerun. Hello, everyone. This Bible that you are seeing now on your screen looks very similar to a Bible I reviewed quite recently that you may or may not have seen. And if I'm releasing these in the order that I intend, it was probably last week that we took a look at this NIV very early printing of the New Testament. And you can find that video easily on my channel if you so choose. This is produced by Zondervan. Today, in a similar brown and gold, which Thrift Store Bible Scott said was the standard for this time in the 1980s, late 70s, and to mid 80s. And he is right. We have a production of the International Bible Society, and today I intend not to review a Bible, but to review a person, if I may be so bold. It's probably dangerous to make assumptions about people based on an artifact left behind. First, let's look at the price sticker, $1.50 from my local thrift. Why would I bring this home when NIV is not a translation I generally use? Not frequently. And I already have a few NIV Bibles as it is. This one is not a standout in terms of appearance, but it's an interesting artifact because of what it tells me, or what it could tell us, about who owned this Bible. This was released, this is the 1984 edition. I don't know when this particular one was printed, but this is the 1984 edition of the NIV. So before all of the gender language squabbles that began to plague the NIV. International Bible Society, Colorado Springs, Colorado. I will put a blow-up of the publisher information here for those of you who are seeking that type of info. Copyrights 73, 78, and 1984 by International Bible Society. This one printed in Great Britain. You can see some ghosting here. The paper is quite thin. But what I am going to assume about the person who owned this Bible is that this is a person that you could trust, or this is a person that I would have trusted when I was a Sunday school student in the 1980s. And let me explain with a few illustrations here. This is a no-nonsense Bible. This is a serious Bible. I could see one of my Sunday school teachers owning and carrying this Bible and using it in the Sunday school classroom. It's not flashy. It's not designed to impress anybody with its materials or anything of that sort. But it is a tool that this individual has set up in the way that is most useful to them. There was presentation page information there, and there was some other writing here and there in the book that has been covered over. Not by me. We have this cardstock paper with biblical timelines of events from the biblical history. has, in addition to the biblical text, book introductions, something that a Sunday school teacher may wish to have to help direct class discussions. You can see on the edge here that the owner had installed these index markers for the books of the Bible, and the idiosyncratic way they've been installed tells me this was a self-install. The Bible obviously did not come this way. This was one of the kits you could buy to add tabs to quickly find the books. So that tells me that this may be a relatively recent convert, someone who, when they purchased it, maybe wasn't familiar enough with the Bible that they felt confident being able to turn quickly to the right book that was needed. And they weren't concerned about appearances, but about being able to find what they needed. The zeal of a recent convert, I think, explains that. This edition comes with a pretty thorough concordance, and they're using Zondervan's concordance here. Still this very thin Bible paper throughout. And by the way, this book is sewn binding, built to last, and you can see that it's in very nice condition for its age. At the end we have some biblical maps that look familiar to me for a good reason. They are Zondervan maps. Probably some of the same ones that were in my NIV Bible that my parents bought me when I was a youth, and which I still have and showed in the last video. There are no ugly highlights that I've been able to find, no notes written in the book. So it was treated with care and respect over its presumed lifetime of use. Another thing I wish to point out, these ribbons clearly were not factory installed. I've not seen anything like that coming from the factory. My focus is having trouble today, I apologize. So that was almost certainly added by the previous owner. I just can picture in my head, I had one particular Sunday school teacher when I was a teen who was a cop, and a colorful gentleman, but I could see him carrying a Bible of this sort to teach us teenagers on Sunday mornings at my old church. So because this obviously isn't a Bible you could rush out and buy at your local Christian bookstore, this isn't so much a review of the Bible, but the type of person who would own such a Bible, type of person that I could trust leading a Sunday school class. Any of you who were of a certain age, you may recall having a Bible like this, maybe your mom or dad, which suddenly it occurs to me, maybe this was a female Sunday school teacher. Might explain the ribbon that they happen to have available to them. Regardless, thanks for taking this tour of the NIV Bible, personalized to be used as a tool. I hope to see you here again next time.